This is the FM Gold channel of All India Radio. In the program Countrywide tonight, we bring you an interview with Menaka Sanjay Gandhi, Union Minister for Women and Child Development. The interviewer is S. Rangabhasham, Senior Broadcaster.
We are indeed fortunate to have with us Mrs. Menaka Sanjay Gandhi, Union Minister for Women and Child Development. Madam, a warm welcome to the program. Let's talk about the challenges which your ministry faces. You have taken over a little more than 4 months back. What do you feel are the main challenges facing the ministry?
Well, the basic challenge of the ministry is that it's not regarded as an important ministry. And that's the cruel truth. The first challenge, I think, would be to establish this as an economic ministry. It's a ministry of security, a ministry which seeks to increase the abilities of women, their defense structure around them, their security, their education. Now, considering that women are something like 50% of India and children form another 25%. So if you're dealing with 75% of India's population, the least you can do is to have a ministry that caters to them in a defined, logical and aggressive manner. That would be the basic challenge.
In recent times, a number of assault cases have come to the fore. How does your ministry propose to tackle the problem?
We have a few laws. But what are laws in themselves? We have to establish a regime of security. One of the ways we could do that is to look at the violence on women and then provide safety measures to deal with this violence. Now we have an act, but if a woman is molested, raped, eve-teased, stalked, we have no way in which she has access to law, justice, rehabilitation. So one of the things that we have thought of to start simply is to give her an arena for that in the Nirbhaya centers, which when they come up will be assisted by a helpline, which is going to be for any woman who simply wants to even discuss that her husband beats her, or that her sister-in-law is mean to her, or that her mother-in-law is going to chuck her out, or that she stands in danger of being burnt, or a girl who says that there's these 2 boys stalking me. These are all rape, or whatever she believes is threatening her stability, security and life. Now this helpline, combined with these centers and an ambulance, will pick her up, bring her there, where there will be police, lawyers, psychologists, nurses to look after her.
An integrated kind of a
an
center.
Integrated place. Now the minute that happens, men very quickly realize that she has a place to go to. And then immediately this kind of free-for-all stops. At the moment, men abuse because they can. Because the woman goes to a police station. The man doesn't give a damn. To give you one case, a woman came to me and said that there's this man who's on parole for murder who lives a couple of doors down from her. And he took 2 lakhs from her. And when she asked for the money back, he has for years been telling, not years, in 1 year been saying that I'll murder you because I can't be held again. I can only serve the same sentence. So I will murder you if you ask for the money back. So she came to me. I informed the police and said, pick up this man, cancel his parole, and this woman, ye bayan degi, file an FIR against him. Instead of doing that, the police people sent 3 people to our house at 12:30 at night to say, 50,000 rupees le lo aur sulah karwa do. Otherwise, we will let him murder you. Now this is the police, all men. Now the answer to that, in some cases, has been thought to be completely stopgap, which is creating more women in the police, which I think is a great idea. In fact, I wrote to every chief minister asking them to make 33% of women police. But the women that are now in the police are being shepherded into women's police stations. Women can only arrest women. Women can only deal with women. Now this is a kind of niche specialization which leaves both the victim and the police person powerless. If you had 33% police women, then that means that there would be 1 out of 3 in every thana. So if a thanedar has got 10 police people under him, of which 3 to 4 are women, then automatically he is sensitized, instead of taking him out and sensitizing him in some kind of artificial manner. So this would be one way to do it. Now unless the states do this, we will have to work through these crisis centers. Now when and if they come up, from the minute we get the go-ahead from the cabinet, it will take me 3 months to put them up all over India. And the helpline will take me another month. And then we're off and running. So I'm still waiting for permissions.
What initiatives are you proposing for skill development of women?
You have ITIs. Now ITIs are just 4 subjects for women. Sewing, papad making, some low-level computer training and embroidery. You know, in all 4 things were I to learn, I'd fail at all. But I would like to learn plumbing. I'd like to learn how to make roads.
Exactly.
I'd like to learn how to change light bulbs. I'd like to learn hundreds of things from which I could make a living. And why not give the option? So I would really like to make women's skill centers, which would change as per their needs. We ask the women, what do you want to learn? And if they say, okay, we want to make gamlas with gobar, then we teach them how to make the machinery for it. If they want to learn how to make pencils, then we teach them how to make pencils out of leaves. You know, what is innovative? What does India need? And that's what we would like them to learn. So that. Then I would like to educate them in a different way, which is one of the programs we're starting, which is Sabla, which is we do 2 hours after school and in a week. In the 1 hour, we teach them how to negotiate the world, how to deal with banks, how to deal with insurance agencies, or what is an
practical
insurance.
aspect.
Yeah, how to get around, how to approach a DM, how to write a complaint to the police, who is whom in the area. And the second hour would be, what is their body? Where is their uterus? What does it do? Why should you have a baby or not? Why should you breastfeed it or not? How to recognize the symptoms of illness in yourself? How to recognize malnutrition? How to keep your house clean? You know, things that they should know in order to lead happier lives. So these 2 things we would start.
Let's talk about one of the ambitious programs of the ministry, Beti bachao, Beti padhao.
We have 4 flagship programs which will be starting off now because it's taken me 4 months to design them. The first one is Beti bachao. Now Beti bachao is very, very important because in a whole swathe of states, starting in Western India only and moving to center, we have got the ratio of women declining year by year. Now, at some point it was thought that agar aap education dete, if you educate them, then people will stop killing their girl fetuses or killing the newborn. But it hasn't happened. In fact, it is the killing is increasing as people move towards upper middle class and the rich. And one of the reasons is because people want to have limited amount of children, so they want what they want. They're not going to say, okay, 3 girls and then a boy. They're just going to have that 1 boy. So if they have to get rid of those 3 girls, so be it. Second is the complete failure of, in these strata, in the rich, upper middle class, and perhaps towards the upper end of the middle class, people get to know what the sex of the child is. The poor are the only ones.
Despite all the legislation.
Yeah, the poor are the only ones who are never told. So we've taken 100 constituencies and we are going to mold them in such a way and work on them so intensively and shame people and give whatever we can do. And within a year, we'd like to bring this up by 50 points. At the moment, we've taken all those constituencies, which are 800 plus to 1,000.
Despite improvement in healthcare, pregnancy-related deaths are still on the higher side. Do you feel that there's a need to increase our attention and focus in this area?
I have 16,000 crore rupees given as salaries to Anganwadis across India. We have 24 lakh Anganwadis. Their job is to do 2 things. One is to feed pregnant women, to feed children between 0 to 3, to give take-home rations so that they're fed even at home, and to run crashes. They don't do any of that. And no training. What has this resulted in? 47% malnutrition of young children. Now when you have 47% of malnutrition, that means those children grow up not very bright. So you lose that much intelligence even in the gene pool. If the mother's not well, the children are not well. If they're not well, their brains won't develop completely. So you need to have them eating while they're in the womb, being fed. So this is a huge major program. Our third flagship is adoption. We have thousands and thousands of children in orphanages and in children's homes. We have the most complicated method of adoption in the whole world. It takes you up to 4 years to get a child, and by then you've lost heart, you've lost hope, and it's every inch of the way. They're mean to you as if they are doing you a favor. So we've changed the whole adoption rules, and we are now going to have workshops all over India, asking people if they would like to adopt and to come to these workshops, and they'll be told how to do it. Plus, of course, media programs. Along with this, we're having a new thing for India called a fostering program, which is if you don't want to adopt a child, you want an elder child in your house, 10, 12, 14 years old, then yes, please come and take a child from our children's homes and we will pay you to foster them. So this is our third flagship.
Madam, let's also talk about a recent phenomena called surrogacy. Not much of clarity is there as far as law is concerned, health issues and other. It's a very sensitive issue. Are you also looking at regulating surrogacy?
To tell you the truth, I have not applied my mind to this till today. And the reason why I've applied it today is because of the Australian case. See, up till now, it's mainly been, I always thought of it as a benefit for couples that can't have children. And a lot of foreign couples have come. Now, people have to understand what surrogacy is. Surrogacy is not about a woman having a child and giving it to you. That's adoption. Surrogacy is when the man and woman pool their genes, the egg, and fertilize it, and then put it into another woman's womb for her to carry it. So that means the child belongs to you. It is yours. There's no question of adoption. It is your child. So as in this Australian case where they have rejected their own child and left it behind in India, it's a foreign child. Even though it's been in an Indian stomach, in an Indian womb, how dare they leave it behind? So it's only today that I realize we will have to be really strong and make from a grey area, we will have to make this into a black and white area. So yes, I will be working on this.
In fact, about protection of child rights, it has come into sharp focus in recent times. But what is holding us back from achieving the results?
We have children being abused at home. We have child rape, child molestation. We have children being badly treated in children's homes. There are a whole slew of problems regarding children. And each one has to be dealt with differently. When it comes to missing children or children on the road, I established a program 15 years ago called Childline. And that has come back to my ministry. So it is a very successful program. Any child on the road who wants to come back to his parents, who's being ill-treated, who wants to be treated in a hospital, who wants to come back into schools, can just simply dial 1098 and the child will be picked up. So one is that. And I now intend to increase this to 500 cities. The second thing is about children's homes. We intend to solve this through foster care. Get them out, and the second thing we're doing there is to put them into the adoption process as well. See, here they stop giving you children for adoption, they're above 2. That's so mean. Even 10 years old and 12 years old should be adopted. Yeah. And lots of people would like to adopt them. So they're going in. The third is trafficking in children or missing children. We are now starting a new website to begin with, but a new site called Track Child. Every missing child will go onto it. And that will be available to all NGOs, all police, anybody who's concerned with children can look at it. And if your child has gone missing, you can also look at it. And that should help us in a small way. In America, what they do is they put missing children's pictures onto milk bottles. They have those milk cartons. So until the child is found, they put that child's photo onto the missing in that area. Now, we don't have milk cartons. So we will have to look at a multinational company which has, say, Coke or something that goes right down to village.
To every household.
And see whether we can work with them to put pictures on. It'll have to be a PPP, a public partnership on this, because we just need to make it so well spread that that child can be discovered anywhere.
Mrs. Gandhi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You are listening to an interview with Maneka Sanjay Gandhi, Union Minister for Women and Child Development. The interviewer was S. Rangabhasham, Senior Broadcaster. It came to you in the program Countrywide, produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. This program is also available on our website, newsonair.nic.in. You may email